afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video where today, ladies and gentlemen, it is another national anthem reaction time once again. And this time, it's interesting how over just these last few days, we went to Sri Lanka, South Korea, Estonia, Botswana, Thailand, and Chile, and now we head almost again far north of Africa, all the way to Nigeria. Now, I must again have to exercise some level of just complete, ignorance, unfortunately, because if you thought I was almost grasping at things to say in some other videos, Nigeria might possibly be one of the biggest ones yet, because there are very, very few things I do know about Nigeria, unfortunately. I do think that the flag is pretty nice, green, white, green. But though that, I don't know if this is just their current flag right now, or they've ever had a previous flag, because I do know that that might be something worth mentioning. And also, just for the sake of accuracy, it's situated between Benin and Cameroon, and is just on the coast of the Gulf of Guinea, and this is what's known as the Slave Coast. And of course you get so the Gulf of Guinea is like around here, and you get the Slave Coast, or sometimes the Bay of Benin, the Niger Delta, and the Malagasy Peninsula, which that's a mouthful and that's a mouthful and a half right there, I must say. And actually, just looking at this map, it doesn't necessarily look like the largest country in Africa. It might also possibly be one of the smallest, but then again, I'm saying that when Benin is like almost a quarter of the size. So again, without really much context aside from a number of national parks and I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to sound ridiculous or idiotic, though I find it interesting how Lake Chad crosses from Chad, Nigeria, all the way to Niger. And of course, you get this, what looks like was the Mandara mountain range from between Cameroon and Nigeria. But again, unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure if I've got too much else to say, unfortunately. Aside from how it seems to almost be like rivers from all over seem to be crossing over. Which actually, it almost looks like Nigeria's like it's like a vein of rivers running all the way through the country, which that's pretty interesting. I kind of like that. Though once again, by the time we come to doing the translation for this for Arise, O Compatriots for Nigeria's national anthem, it will become more apparent than others. Then I'll have plenty more to say about it. Though what's kind of interesting is that there is something a bit more interesting to say, because the anthem apparently was adopted in 1978 and replaced the previous national anthem of Nigeria, We Hail Thee. And the lyrics are a combination of words and phrases from 5 of the best entries in a national contest. Kind of similar to Milli Surud, which is of Afghanistan's national anthem, or used to be, I should say. The words were put to music by the Nigerian police band under the dictatorship of Benedict P. Odasie from 1934 to 2003. I'm going to hazard a guess that's just his lifespan, and he didn't really rule over Nigeria for that length of time. The Nigerian national anthem lyrics were created by 5 people: P.O. Adibeji, John A. Leshagu, Dr. Sota Omagayo, M.A. Team Akpan, and B.A. Oganange. I apologize in advance if I've mispronounced literally everything I've said so far. Again, without knowing it, again, what even the national, what I'll just type it in. What just so we can Wait, what? The official language is English? Since when was England, when has Nigeria had English as its official language? When did that happen? Yeah, but it is spoken less frequently in rural areas and amongst people of lower education levels. Other major languages include Hasu, Yoruba, Igbo, Fulforde, Ibibio, Kanuri, and Tiv. Nigerian Sign Language, Hausain Sign Language, and Bora Sing language are also... Oh dear lord, that is a lot. So, I don't know which of them is like... Oh dear lord, that is going to be difficult. We'll have to come back to that, because there might be certain different styles of videos I have to do if I've got to do translations for all of those. But for all is said and done, what English is the... That blows my mind, that does. If you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the descriptions down below. And all rise, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Nigeria.
All rise, all compatriots, Nigerians come again to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The name of our heroes was J.F.A. to serve with heart and voice. One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
It was all in English. That's like... This might actually be the very first national anthem we've ever done where it's entirely been in English. I did not know that. I was... Okay, that's... Although I will... It's going to be interesting to like even come into this next part because of what I'm about to say next. Because as some of you people might know, I'm not particularly a fan of God Save the King, England's national anthem, or because I think there are a lot of problems with it in terms of like maybe just more from like the sense of the modern world and just what my overall views towards like, you know, what it is, not so much compared to the rest of the world, but I think it comes from when they have things like arise, because it's not... I always had this distinction that arise is said from superior to inferior, as though and again, it's not arise, O brothers, or arise, O my friends. It is arise, O compatriots, as though it's somebody to be accompanying somebody, as though, again, they are there for the ride, but it's all about you giving it to them. There's something of like, and again, I'm just saying what I'm trying to go for right here, is that it sounds more like it's about... And again, maybe you could understand this under the umbrella of the fact that it was put to under it. I thought that said dictatorship. It's directorship of Benedict P. Audacia. Why did I thought that said dictatorship? But again, what I think is, again, profound about it, and again, okay, maybe my distinction about this might be a little bit different, because it seems as though the idea about it is that it's, O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide thou our lead. There's something of an, again, a very generous Christian attitude to the idea that, okay, well, maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be about Christianity, but it's about having guidance, about leading a nation to be a prime example, a shining beacon, almost like a little jewel in the crown of Africa. Which is, again, that's okay. That is a bit. I think that's a bit more of an easier idea to understand, and again, it pays lip service to the idea that trying to become a beacon for the new world is carrying on the legacy of generations past through to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain, to serve with heart and might one nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity. Again, these are more encouraging thoughts, although, again, maybe something that might be a bit of an oversight, perhaps maybe from the director, is that, well, unity and peace, freedom for what exactly? Although this is something that, again, is just going to have to more or less be answered by whoever you ask, because it's one of those things where you would be under the assumption almost about what would be good for the benefit of being almost an example to set for other people. Does it necessarily have to reflect where you come from, or is it just, again, having that almost that level of consciousness to understand that they want you to succeed? And that's actually something I've never really thought about mentioning before. Each national anthem has a sort of idea behind it that it wants its people to succeed at what they do. It doesn't want people to fail. It wants them to do well. But in what exactly is something we're just going to have to decide for ourselves. And that's actually, I didn't exactly, again, I did not know what I was really getting into for doing Arise, O Compatriots. And maybe possibly now that it's all over, I'm still a little bit almost shocked and startled that we've come to this sort of arrangement. But I liked it. I don't know why, but I think it was an interesting turn of pace. And certainly I'll try to do maybe one of the Hasara translation, and if people like this, I'll do the Igbo and the Yoruba and all the other translations as well, because I think they deserve just about as much as a recognition as anything else. And again, that's just I think that's a very encouraging idea. So make sure to check that out on my my secondary channel, Raging Reality International, if you are looking forward to a translation of more accuracy. So anyway, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave all your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys felt of Arise, O Compatriots for yourselves, Nigeria's national anthem. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.
Hey champ, glad you could make it to the end of the video. I'm super glad you cared this much. If you could do me a great favor and like this video and subscribe to my guy right here. He didn't want to say it himself because he knows I say it way better. Till next time. Mwah!